Today we need to talk. If you're a foreigner in Korea who dates Korean boys, and I say boys for a reason, you may be interested in watching this video. I heard so many stories while I was in Korea, but these three I will talk about today, it literally made my jaw drop. I rarely get speechless, but trust me, if you are planning to move to South Korea for a boy or to find a boy, this might be your wake-up call. Hello, my name is Nora, Nori for friends. Welcome back. If you're new here, I hope you stick around. Okay, so first story is about a girl who met a Korean boy and they got into a relationship. They were together for a few months, doing sleepovers, weekend trips, eating together. He was picking her up from work almost every day, bringing her flowers. It sounds like the perfect partner to find, you know. It was really good until one day she was scrolling on Instagram and she found a picture of him with another girl, a Korean girl. So she looked at the post and then she started scrolling, and there was more. There was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and so on. And she decided to do what most of us will do. She messaged the Korean girl. And for her shock, the Korean girl replied, "Mind your own business. You're only here for a while. Have fun. Don't contact me again." I cannot believe it. He is dating both of you and you don't even care. So that's the level of delusion of what word can we use for this that still baffles me. Like, how? I honestly cannot wrap my head around. But I think if money and status is involved, I think loyalty is optional. That's what I learned from my times in Korea. The second story is a bit more heavy. So this is a American girl who moves to Korea for a boy, again, who probably she met on Meef or HelloTalk. And now listen, HelloTalk, because we all know Meef, but HelloTalk is supposed to be a language app, and I think we all know that is more 90% marriage proposals and 10% language exchange. Okay, so anyway, she goes to Korea to meet him. They had a few dates, everything went well, and I don't know why she decided to move in with him quite fast. And that's when the abuse started. He started calling her fat, ugly. He started to administrate her food to not eat. He was abusing her verbally. Later on, it had turned into full DV. Just to say, he lived with his parents at his ripe age, and the parents were part of the abuse, and it's just shameful. Like, how can parents be so abusive to another child who has left her country, her family, to come to meet your child? Anyway, time passes and she gets pregnant and she's stuck. She just cannot escape. Like, she has no money, no connection, no nothing. Her whole story is on the internet. I have seen videos of the abuse. It is very disturbing. He was kicking her in the stomach, in the head, everywhere. He even kicked her when she was pregnant. So I don't know what she must have felt. I felt really sorry for her. No one should go through that. But I must confess that I also judged a bit. And the reason I judged is because I was thinking to myself, why this girl left her country, her parents, her work, if she had work, her everything, just to go to Korea to meet a man with no plan, with no money. If I say no money, there was no emergency fund, no backup plan, nothing. She just went like full K-drama. And most importantly, she did not know the language or the customs of the country. I guess when she found out about the laws of the country towards foreign women, she must have been so frightened. Side note, I remember that she said she was trying to learn the language, but the husband was not letting her because she had to work in his restaurant all day. And he was not letting her learn because he knew that once she will learn, then she will be able to ask for help. So that's not love, that is control. I think all this situation when she left her country for a man she never met, it was like a gamble. That's not love, as I said. If something goes wrong, that could cost more than just money, you know? And we have to stop romanticizing these these moves, like move another country for love. How are you gonna move when the love was not even tested yet? Like, you don't even know if you're gonna like him. The consequences are that she's now sitting on the internet crying for help, funding a GoFundMe, which I'm not saying is bad, I hope, but girl, why? Like, would not be better to first test it and then see how is it going? Now you have to be crying on the internet for money because you're a single mother, and then because of your misjudgment, others have to spend money to help you. I will never understand this type, regardless. I helped. Okay, the third one really hit me hard because it's social media, and I did have something similar. So this girl, surprise, surprise, meets a man on Hello Talk. And she decided that after a few weeks of talking, she's gonna go and meet him in Korea. So she flies out to Korea and she stays 10 days, I think. And during those 10 days, she decided that she's gonna stay with him. And I'm saying 10 days, not 10 weeks, not even weeks, 10 months, 10 days, guys, in 10 days. So she stays, and within 3 months, they deciding to getting married. He lived with his parents, no house. She still stayed. So they got married, and surprise, surprise again, they launched a couples channel. He resigned his job and decided that she will be the main breadwinner of the family, if you know what I mean. But here's the kicker. She didn't even have her own room in the house, no say in the YouTube channel. He managed everything, he took all the money, and on top of that, he treated her like a servant on and off camera. I feel like he was looking down on her. For what reason? Because, man, you wanted to marry her, so why are you looking down on your wife? Then she gets pregnant and they start posting family content. And they're doing well on YouTube, and suddenly she disappears. Like, we don't see her anymore in the content. And he does a video and he says, she is not part of our family anymore. So this girl had to go back to her country after 4 or 5 years. No husband, no baby, no money, no justice. And that's when it hit me. I think he used her for clout, for money, for a baby, and then he just disposed her like trash. Ladies, let's be clear. Not every Korean boy, man is like this. There are exceptions. These are stories what I hear. Yes, the majority of the Korean men are really weird because they have other culture, other upbringings. This is straight up evil. Like, this is demonic. If I would see him, I would slap him in the face. And then I would probably go to jail because it's South Korea. The moral of the story is that some of us, because it might happen to me as well, I say no because I consider myself very woke and I don't get in love very quickly, but it could happen to me as well. And some of us, we are walking into the problem like eyes closed. We think about the fantasy, about the K-drama, and it's not. We have to wake up from this dream and treat Korean men as we treat normal Western guys. I know it's very hard, and I know that love sometimes can make us blind. I'm fully aware of it, but we have to start seeing these guys for who they are. I also know that red flags do not show up at the beginning, and some of us discover it earlier, some of us discover it later, some of us we see it and we just pretend we didn't because we think they will change, but they will never change. If someone shows you who they are over and over again, we have to start believing them. Otherwise, we are the ones who are losing. So you can say, I went out with this guy a month and it was horrible and I wasted a month. But when you waste your life, you lose a kid, you get into DV situations. I really feel sorry for these girls, and no one should go through this. If you see a red flag, please do not ignore it. Please do not wait for the K-drama to end, because it almost never ends well. And if there is anyone out there who is still stuck and still feeling scared, my God. This isn't about shaming. I am rooting for you and I wish you all the best. And if I can, I would help at my abilities, obviously. But I will always tell you the same. Choose you. choose yourself over any man, over any fantasy, over any country. Always choose you, because then it's when you are winning. If you ever went through something like this and you would like to share your story, the comments are open. My DMs as well, if you want to be anonymous or you just want to talk. Let's talk, let's learn, and let's break this cycle. See you in the next one.